YouTubers, hey parents, who's ever's in a situation where their child's in the hospital or in the NICU. My heart goes out to y'all. Hope your child recovers. My child been through the same thing. This is why I make these videos, so I can give inspiration, try to help people the best way I can. I am no expert on how to do things in this situation. I'm just giving my suggestions and trying to help the best way I can. Somebody could take these suggestions and take this page as some type of inspiration that can help them throughout their recovery or help the child. I have plans on making music, kid musics, in one of the videos, and I'm gonna make a video like that so your child can listen to, and also do prayers where you can pray for you and your child and your family, and whatnot. And here in this video, we're gonna talk about nurses and possible ways to handle them. For y'all who don't know, it's a chain of command. You got the doctors, because the doctors, they do the treatment plans. You know what I mean? They see what's wrong and they lay out a plan. The nurses do what the doctors tell them to do, and they follow that plan that the doctors made, and they do what the doctors tell them to do according to that plan. Now the nurses, they just come in and give you a medication, or if you got a G tube, you got something that go in your G tube, the milk or whatnot, they give you the milk through the G tube, and they come in, do their thing, and then they leave and go to the next patient. But this is the problem. If you have an NA, nurse's assistant, these people are taking shifts. They do what the nurses tell them to do. So basically, they in there with your child for 8 hours because they take shifts. One do their thing for 8 hours, and another do their thing for 8 hours, and then another come do their thing for 8 hours, and they follow what the nurses tell them. They do things like change diapers or clean a. Well, the nurses clean the G tube. They help them handle things and hand nurses things in order for the nurses to do their thing. Or they clean the G tube. They hand them Q-tips, and the nurses clean the G tube. Only nurses supposed to clean G tube, give medications, and do whatnot. The NAs just do the babysitting stuff, like, you know what I mean, like give baths and stuff like that. And they in there with your child for 8 hours. Now these are the people that you really need to worry about, because you got some good NAs that come in there and really do their job and really love the child and take care of the child like it's theirs. They don't care about what goes on out there. When they come in there, they take care of your child and they care for your child. Those are the NAs that you want around. You want to keep those NAs around your child. I mean, because if you got other NAs these are the bad NAs that come in there with their attitudes, whatever they come from outside, whatever they have going on outside with their man or whatnot at home, they come in the hospital with it, and they be around your child with that same attitude, and that attitude rubs off on your child. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody has attitudes. Even I have an attitude. There'll be times where I don't want to be bothered by nobody, but it's how you handle that. It's how you control that emotion. I know me, I love children. I love children, and I understand what the parents is going through. When I take a job as a nurse's assistant, I know I'm around children with special needs, and children is going through stuff in the hospital. So whatever I got going on over there with my girlfriend and whatnot, it might get me mad, but it's not gonna affect what I love. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna handle that child with care. I'm gonna change her diaper with care. I'm gonna make sure she's all right. And in the process of me doing that, I'll probably get over whatever I was mad about when I came in. But you got some nurses that don't care. These are nurses that really don't care about your child or nobody in there. When they come in there with the attitude and it shows through their work. They sitting there, and you in the room with them. You see the attitude, you feel the attitude, and you probably thinking like, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore it. She's only here for 8 hours, and she's just gonna go and da da da. No. You gotta nip that in the butt right there and then. Let me tell you why. Because there's gonna be a time where you're not there, and that same attitude, they act a certain way because you're there. You're there because they act a certain way. So if you feel attitude coming off of them and you're there, imagine what they do when you're not there. They probably manhandle your baby or do what? Listen, get rid of that nurse ASAP. Now, here's the purpose of me making that video. Because in video 2, I was talking about how I got banned from Montefiore. This is one of the same reasons because of the NA and the attitude, how they affected my daughter, and how I sent my daughter back to the surgery room because you want a manhandle and a pick line come out, and I banned her for going over there, but I lost my cool. I ain't threatened her, but I really like no, yo, why you? I really black on her, and there's ways you gotta handle that because nurses got their little NA's got their little tactics. They all talk to each other and they all loyal towards each other because they work with each other. You're there and your child is getting care and you gotta leave. They gotta be there with each other. So they got that type of relationship where they'll lie for each other and do whatever. And if a nurse or NA feel threatened and say that you threatened them, and they got a little credible amount of witnesses, or they say something, they can get you banned from the hospital. And now stop you from coming to see them. It's not only that they do. They play a lot of games. They'll call ACS on you. I mean, all types of shit. All types of stuff. They'll call ACS on you, all types of stuff. Lie on you and say that you did something. I see them do it to other parents. I seen them do it to other parents. Because like I said before, some parents work. Some parents gotta take care of other children. Some parents gotta make errands. And you got some mothers that's doing it by themselves. You got some mothers that's there, by themselves and gotta go to the hospital, gotta take care of this, gotta take care of that, and don't have no help from the father. I've seen that too a lot, you know. So they'll take that. If your mother come in with the parent coming in with an attitude, they'll take that and be like, oh yeah, she's not around the child, and they'll call ACS like type of neglect type shit. So I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen, y'all. I've seen a lot of things happen. Where parents give them a piece of their mind and then they do some funny stuff. But the purpose of this video that we all have to stick together. Parents have to stick together when it comes to situations. Because there have been times where I had to stand up for other children. Like, for instance, right? There was this little girl. Her parents never really came around like that. And she was like maybe 3 or 4 years old. She kept crying. Her mother came. I remember one time her mother came, but she had to leave. I guess she had to handle something. And the child kept crying hysterically. The child's always crying because she wants her mother. She don't understand the situation. She just wants her mother. And they take that and be like, oh well, she's neglecting them and stuff like that. And they talk all types of crazy stuff about him, like, oh, mother just come and which is all right, but not in front of the child. Do you talk about the child crying? Oh, look at the child, she's crying, I can't take this, and This is where you gotta step up, like, hey, whoa, she's just a child. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? And my child is in there with her. She's trying to get some sleep. She's a baby. She's trying to get some sleep, but she wakes up because the other child is crying. So you tend to the other child the best way you can, like try to talk to them. You know what I mean? Do the stuff that you would want people to do for your child if you wasn't there and your child was crying. You don't want them to calm them down and stuff like that. Nurses don't do that. They you got some nurses that's real cold hearted. But the purpose of everything, you gotta handle it in a different way. Like when nurses really when nurses violate like that, you feel like you gotta get rid of them. You gotta do it in a different way. You gotta like go to them, like go to the higher up, make complaints, do something. Like don't black on them. Don't yell at them. Don't scream at them. Don't do nothing like that. Don't lose your cool, even though you might want to. That's your child. Anybody would lose their cool just like I did. But these are the games that they play. They'll say that you threatened them. They'll call ACS. They do a whole bunch of funny stuff that you don't need right now in that situation because your child needs you in the road to recovery. But the reason why you need to get rid of them, especially the NAs that has attitudes that come in there and the attitude reflect on your child, that has, believe it or not, that has a big effect on your child's recovery because the way they do things with their attitudes and stuff like that, you never know what they doing with your child, and they manhandle and the way they handle them, they might do things the wrong way. Send them back to the surgery, all types of stuff. You know what I mean? If you're not there, it's 10 times worse. So you need to get rid of them right there and then. You need to handle that right there and then. I see some things happen in the hospital. This is what I'm saying. Y'all. As parents, you gotta stick together. If you in a situation where you in the hospital and you see another child going through something or see a nurses mistreat other child, say something. Say something. Do for them what you will want somebody else to do for your child. And I mean, if you see a situation where the nurses try to do some snaky stuff, parents got to stick together because it could easily be your child. You can easily get that same NA, and that same NA will come in there with that attitude, do the same thing they did to the other child, and you might wind up blacking them. And you gotta have other parents on your side, like, yo, listen, I seen it, da da da, I seen it happen, da da da. This nurse did this, da da, and the nurse did it with my child, and y'all gotta rally up because all the other nurses that works with her is gonna stick up with them. You're gonna stick up with them. It's gonna make you look like the bad guy. I'm telling you. I got a drink when I talk about this. I got my E&J right there. I'm not drunk. I'm just like take little baby sips to talk about this because it's a hard subject for me. My daughter passed away. I mean, so it's a hard subject. It brings back memories and everything because I really been there with my daughter every day, not working. I had to tell people to bring me food, and I really couldn't leave her unless I had a real good lineup of nurses, and that takes time because you gotta find out all the good NAs, all the good nurses. You gotta feel their vibe, and you gotta have that lineup. Like if you kick one bad NA out, you gotta have one NA, good NA that's gonna come in there and do a thing and take care of your child and take care of your child the best way she can, like it's her child. Now you got some good NAs. New York Presbyterian. This is NA named Queenie. Queenie's a dark skinned girl. She got Stacey. She's a good NA. She used to treat my daughter Sky like it was hers. I mean, like she was hers, and she used to give her a bath. She used to wash her hair, everything. And there's another NA that was a good NA. Her name is Andrea. Andrea. I mean, a Caribbean lady, kind of older lady. She works in New York Presbyterian in Washington Heights. She's a good NA. We got a whole bunch of good NAs, but I can't remember their name offhand because it's been kind of a long time and I'm kind of bad with names. But Queenie and the other girl, the other lady, Andrea, yeah, they really took care. They really took care of her like it was theirs. And you have some good nurses in Montefiore and in Harlem Hospital. Oh yeah, their NICU staff is real good. Dr. Carmody, and you got Dr. Patak. I mean, Indian nurses, but Indian doctors. He's Dr. Patak, Dr. Carmody. You had another nurse. Her name was Flowers. You had a whole bunch. I can't remember their names offhand, but they work in the NICU at Harlem Hospital, and they real good. They real good. They real good. If you gotta take your child somewhere and your child gotta go to the NICU, I suggest Harlem Hospital. Harlem Hospital is the best hospital. They got the best surgeons, everything. I forgot the surgeon that performed that connected my daughter's intestines, but he's good. He's good. So basically, you might want to keep your cool. Back to the issue at hand. Keep your cool, fellas. I know sometimes these nurses gonna get you mad. No, the ones that's bad. It's us against the bad nurses because we need the treatment for our child. We need our child to come home. We need our child to come home and get through this fight. It's us, the parents, fighting, and it's the babies fighting. We got to win this battle. And if it's somebody that's going to come in there and jeopardize that with their attitudes, we got to get rid of them. Not just for us, but for the other babies too. You know? Those be the people. Those be the bad apples. It happens, fellas. It happens. Don't turn your back on your baby. This is why I told you in video 1. I can't express the importance of the mother and the father to be together and be there with your child in the hospital. You have to be there with your child in the hospital because stuff goes down. And these people is crooked. Crooked and evil. I'm telling you, there's no cameras in the hospital room. Nobody can see what's going on. They crooked. I'm telling you, it's a dirty, dirty, dirty game. Stay in the hospital with your child. I can't express the importance of that. I'm going to say it one more time. Stay in the hospital with your child. Please. I messed up a couple of times myself doing it. I'm not perfect. I know we got things to do. I know we got things to handle out there, but please be there for your child. And daddies, if you're watching, please be there for your baby mothers. Please, your child's mothers, whatever issues y'all have, baby mama drama, baby father drama, put that to the side. Your child needs you. Your child really needs you in the hospital. I say that with all sincerity, and she needs you. They need you to be there with them, because that little time that you spend with them, it might not mean too much. It might not mean too much to you, because I mean it means a lot to you, of course, because you're there with your child. But you may not see it as very important for you being there at that time. But it is, without you knowing, it is, because if you wasn't there, they probably would have did something that's unthinkable. You know what I mean? But being that you're there, they're not gonna do it. If the parents is there, they're gonna hold out on a lot of stuff that they do. Trust me. I know the difference, because when I used to be with my child and I used to see another child in the hospital without their parent, I see how they treat that child versus how they come and treat my child while I'm sitting there. See what I'm saying? It tells you right off the bat. So be there for your child in the hospital. It's important. It's important. Please, this is the reason why I'm making this video. One of the reasons why I'm making this video. I mean, so I can help other kids in situations like that, because sometimes the parents might not know, because you're going to hospital, the nurses act all nice, and you think they're professionals, and they act like they love the child and whatnot, and you thinking like, she's gonna be all right over here. You go do your thing. No, no, your child cries. Your child might give them a hard time. You know what I mean? You don't know how to respond or react to the situations like that. You know what I'm saying? They might have bad days when they come in, and you're not there, so you're not here to see anything. You know what I mean? Especially when there's a room and there's only like, especially if your child's the only one in the room. Especially if your child's the only one in the room. All right, hold on, wait a minute. Before I end this video, I gotta tell y'all a story. I saved my own daughter's life one time in Montefiore. One time, what happened? I was in the hospital room, and I was with my child, whatnot. And next thing you know, I guess her line comes out. No, something about her line. I think because you got in her central line, you got a piece that connects to one piece, and then the other piece connects to the machine. That piece that comes out her chest has a little blood coming up out of it, and that other piece connects it to it, stops the blood flow from coming into what's the name more. This is how they put medications in her and stuff like that, as a central line. One time it popped. They ain't put it in correctly, and it popped, and the blood squirted out, squirted out, squirted out. So I'm sitting there watching TV like this, and next thing you know, I turn around just in the nick of time. I see blood come squirting out. I'm like, oh, run. I'm thinking like whether to stop the blood flow or go get the nurse. So I went, damn, grabbed the nurse. Like I couldn't stop the blood flow. I'm grabbing the nurse, like, yo, nurse, come in. They in the back, they laughing. So he runs over there real quick, stop the blood flow. So she was all right. No, she was good. She lost a little bit of blood, but she was good, you know. But hadn't I not been there, she would have bled out, bled to death. And this is a true story. I swear on my daughter. I swear to God. I'm like, I swear on my daughter. I swear to God. I swear on everybody. I swear on my daughter, Sky Hamilton, the one I'm making this video about. This really happened. And this happened in Montefiore, the one on Gun Hill Road. And if I wasn't there, she would have bled out. Nurses was back there laughing. They ain't really pay her no mind. She was in a room by herself. She ain't have no roommate, no nothing. And the nurse's desk was all the way right there. And nobody was at the desk, but they was all the way around the corner. Like, they would have never heard nothing. They should have bled out to death. And these nurses only come in the room every 20 so minutes, maybe a half an hour, maybe longer than that. You know what I mean? 45 minutes, after 45 minutes, they got other patients. They run to this patient, that patient. And when they don't got no more patients left, they sit back and laugh and joke. You know? So it's important for you to be there for your child in the hospital. You know? It's important. Because she wasn't there, she would have bled out to death right then and there. You know? And I'm glad I was there. I'm glad I ain't even go smoke. I used to smoke cigarettes at that time. I'm glad I didn't go downstairs and smoke a cigarette or nothing. I was just there. God just put me there at that time. Like, it's crazy, y'all. Please be there for your child in the hospital. Please. Please. I can't express the importance. But one more time, if you have a nurse, if you have an NA, or you see an NA that's like doing something that you don't approve of, watch how you come at them. Because they can say anything. They can say that you threaten them. They can say anything. And they can have you barred from the hospital. And your child gonna be there by themselves. So avoid that. Take messages like they complaints. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. I mean, ask the nurse, telling them to remove them. I mean, go to the head nurse. Be like, could you remove this nurse? And da da da. Go make a place. Make sure that nurse don't come in your room no more. See an NA that you like. Put a name on the list. You know, like all the good NAs. Be like, yo, this is all the people that I want in the room. You know, and if that NA ain't there, they're gonna have a replacement. You know, but at least you'll have a little lineup so that you ain't gotta really worry about the bad ones coming in there like that. Because I'm gonna tell you what happens right now. I'm gonna tell you what happened. You don't kick these people out. They're gonna look at your room. Your child's room is the chill room. The chill room meaning they can do anything they want in there. You don't see them just kick back and go to sleep. You know, like that's the sleeping zone. That they can go to sleep and they can chill. You know, and not tend to your child. Child got diaper rashes because she not getting changed, you know, or he's not getting changed, and they got developed diaper rashes, all types of stuff. You got to get these people out of there. Nobody, like most of the people, don't want to work. They come in there just to grab paychecks. They don't care about your child or nothing. They just come there to grab paychecks. They don't understand that you are fighting a fight with your child, and your child is fighting a fight with you and themselves. You know what I mean? They don't understand that struggle because they not in that situation. All they doing is come in, work, and grab their paycheck. So they don't care about none of that. But you gotta care about that. So you gotta be there to catch that in order to get them out of it. See what I'm saying? So God bless y'all. I'm gonna make videos on, you know what I mean, little prayer videos, so I can pray for y'all, and hopefully y'all can go and listen to these prayers, and they'll help you out before surgery. Because you know, before your child goes to surgery, you're gonna need some comfort. Because before they go to surgery, you're jumping, you're jittery, you know. And when you're in that waiting room, it's like you're jittery, you know what I mean? You're just nervous. I know I've been through that so many times. You know what I mean? I watched my daughter get anesthesia and watched them put her to sleep. They had to leave out, and you wait. It's the worst feeling, y'all. It's the worst feeling. It's real scary. It's real scary. Like, I'm going to show y'all a picture later of my daughter had to go to surgery, and I'm sitting there about to cry and everything, but my daughter's sitting there laughing, getting the needle, laughing, like, indirectly telling me, yo, Dad, I got this. I'm like, oh, man. But I'm still nervous, though. You know, that's my child, it's my baby. And any parent that went through surgery with their child, they relate, you know. So I'm going to make prayers for the parents going through surgery, and I'm going to make children's videos on this page. I'm going to make children's videos, and y'all can play videos that your child likes. You know what I mean? And it'll help them get through this, you know? Play it through your phone, play it through the stereo, whatnot. But God bless y'all. I love y'all. You know, I'm with y'all. I'm trying to do things. Hopefully this will help y'all in some type of way. Hopefully it'll give y'all some inspiration. That's my main goal. On top of continuing my daughter's legacy, because my daughter did fight a battle. She fought a big battle. And I don't want that battle to be forgotten. You know? I want to use her battle. She ain't fight for nothing. I want to use her battle to help other people. It's the purpose of this page. You know? So, God bless y'all. And I hope your child is alright. I hope your child get through this. Keep fighting. Stay strong. And Always have that attitude that your child's gonna make it out of it. God got y'all. God got your child, and your child's gonna make it out of it. Your child's gonna make it out of it. I mean, I pray for y'all. Stay strong. Subscribe, like this page, and share it, because you never know who might need it, you know? Especially if it's for good cause. So, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.